All right, so today we're creating an Axum basic HTTP server with the best practices, right? Um, trying to like piece out all the fractions together and see if you're getting started. Say you learning backend and Rust or something, and this is like the very foundation. And in subsequent videos, I'm gonna extend on the foundation being built today, and of course we can go from there. So I have git ignore license and readme, just absolutely nothing of worry at all. And of course I want to start by creating a Rust application, right? Then we extend it to make it an Axum application, and we build on that foundation. And let's see what we can do. So cargo new, call it http http server, and then yep. All right, yeah. So if you're not familiar with Axum, I'm gonna walk you through the Axum basics. All right, this is the Axum repository over here. Yeah, right over here. It's one of the projects of tokio-rs, and currently the version is 0.9 is being built, but for sanity's sake, right? This is 0.8. I've used this version over and over in production environments. Started using Axum since version 0.6, and the most stable release is 0.8x, and that's what will be used in this guide. And this is the basics of how you get started with Axum server. And then we're just gonna piece this together. For basics, there are three major parts, at least, that'll be focused on today. Your router, which is how you create an Axum app, then binding it to a listener, and then save the application, and then we put in a couple of best practices, and then we call it a day, right? So yeah, let's do it. I want to I've created my Rust application. Nothing spectacular about it, just the typical FN main that you have. Yeah, if anything at all, I want to run this application with cargo watch QCX run, right? So cargo watch would always listen for watch my file changes and recompile the application for me, so I don't need to come and do cargo run with every change, right? So yeah, that's just cargo watch. Should that be the first time you're coming across it? So yeah, for Axum server, the function needs to be an asynchronous function. So this just doesn't work. If you make it, there's gonna be an error because it's not allowed, and that's why we are using Tokio runtime. So yeah, I'm gonna create a new cargo at Axum itself, Axum, and then Tokio. I'm gonna add the full Tokio feature, because going further, this is going to be like the basis of subsequent application to be built. But really, in a production environment, you don't need to add all the features, right? If you don't know what features are, you can look up cargo features. I believe that that's what it's called. So we have cargo features, right? So you can look this up. I'll probably put it in the comment section, or in the pinned links rather, so you can check out what it means and all, right? And that's just about it. So yeah, I need to add Tokio and Axum. That's like the major thing needed for this application, at least cargo headers missing. My bad. All right. And then with this, my application should start up LD. Alrighty. Now that out of the way, I was saying there are three major parts: the application, the listener, and then saving the application. Right. Alright, so I want to start with the application itself. So that's just and really that's as simple as it gets. Really, nothing so spectacular other than that. So use router, I believe. Yep. And then yeah, we'll come back to fix this guy. So the listener, before the listener, I want to create my address equals I like using socket address. If you check out the official documentation, you'd see you're going to see this in the official documentation, but I like writing my socket address with the unspecified constant. So that's what I'm gonna do in this guide, and I'm gonna show you how that is done. So I have these over here, socket address, and I'm doing version 4, and then this is IP address. Unspecified, and then my port. I'm saving this application on port 4000, and oh, this should be socket address version 4, really. Yeah, so I don't need this dude. And this should be new. Alright, so yeah, that works. I can also remove these dead comments. Alright, so I have my address. Now I need to create the listener. So I have listener the listener takes it takes really it's TCP listener, then we'll bind it to an address, the address that was created, so it looks like equals TCP listener, and then we'll bind it to this address. That's the address that was created, and then yeah, that's a failable operation, right? See, the bind, it returns a result, so we want to for now just unwrap it, right? And then we'll leave it at that. And finally, we want to save the application. The listener, and then the app, right? I believe that's how it's done. And then this is an asynchronous operation, so we await it to, and it's also a failable operation, so we unwrap, right? But really, in a production environment, you don't want to do unwrap here, there, and everywhere. So what we are going to do is that I'm going to reuse this. Yeah, I'm just gonna comment it out for now. So in a production environment, you don't want to put unwrap here, there, and everywhere. Really, you want to properly undo this error, and that's why I like using this error. So cargo add this error. Now this will help me to properly manage the error, and I won't have unwrap here, there, and everywhere. So I'm gonna create a new error.rs, and then pub and app error, right? So app error is going to return different kinds of error that is specific to the application itself. But as of now, we're just trying to start up our application, so it makes sense that the only kind of error that we have here is startup error here, and then the error message goes here. Then I can do derive this error, and then the bug, and this. And then yeah, really I can just import this application here. This I can do use or mode error, but I really don't like using this. In the long run, if I have like 15-20 files here, it means I have to do mode here, there, and everywhere, and then it clutter up the main.rs file in the long run. So what I like to do is to create a lib.rs that holds all the imports. I can do pub mode error, right? And then I want to expose this from the main the cargo.toml, so something like lib, and call it lib http server. Name is and then the path is src slash lib.rs, and that works. So really I can come here, and instead of unwrap, I can map the error. I can map the error into call it error, and then I can return app error, startup error, and then this error does to string, and yeah, using the question mark operator. And again, I can duplicate this and just dump it nicely over here, right? But this is going to fail because I did not specify my application as something that returns a result, and then I want to return app error. Yeah, so they should start up nicely, except that the OK variant is not undone, and for that I'm gonna have to do OK, and that works. So commented this out earlier. I can do tell me the way the application is running on, so I can do and I can do address right here. So yeah, this is creating the new application, listening to binding it to a socket, and then I'm saving it on but yeah, there's no handler whatsoever here. If I navigate to this, I don't get anything, right? So that's because I've only created the application. There are no like handlers to manage incoming requests. I'm gonna show you what that looks like from the official guide. So we'll see. This is the one I created just now. So this, so there are handlers, there are routes there, and then in subsequent guide we are going to talk extensively about how to structure these handlers, right? So we're just gonna create something basic that says hello world, and then we can close this chapter out. All right, let's do it. So over here I'm going to create a new asynchronous function. All handlers must be an asynchronous function. So async, call it say hello and then it returns basic string, right? Just hello world. So it returns a string, and then so we can do, sorry, this goes with fn, so we can do hello world, not a string. Oops. Alrighty. Yeah, and then I can do this. Well, I can do app.route, and then so get say hello. Alright, not that. The function name is the only thing passed, not with the parentheses. So yeah, it's alright, that works. And really I can merge this together rather than having a new binding this differently to this. So I can do this, right? And that just works. Alright, so if I run this request again, it should work, and let's try that. In my browser I have this, and then I have hello world, and really that's as simple as it gets. So we created a new server, and then specify the address, and then the TCP listener, and saving an application on that route, and with proper error handling, of course. And really it's as simple as it gets. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Yep, bye for now.